Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge where it's my least favourite time of day. It's time to spin the wheel. You might notice there's a lot less in the wheel today than there was yesterday. That's because I removed everything that had already come up or was just really weird and contradictory to stuff that was already in, so let's spin the wheel. Thanks, Massey. I blame you for this, because you're the one that suggested this. Every time I mow grass, I have to spread slurry. I can't do that this time round because I just spread slurry and I don't have any left. So I'm gonna have to intentionally break this rule just the once because I have no slurry to spread on the grass fields, but I will store it in the future for when I cut the grass. So let's get into game. I'll catch you guys there. Alrighty then, we're in game. I had a bit of a false start there, because I was looking at the wrong bit of OBS. GG Dave. So today, the plan is we're going to windrow the grass and hopefully maybe get started with collecting it. We're just going to straight up use the Ariane for pretty much everything today, because I want to use the Ariane a bit. That's crash. GG money minus 100. I am, by the way, getting a bit more used to using CT cheat money because I'm having to do an awful lot with how inept I am at everything. So quick little thing for you guys, keep an eye out on the channel at about 2 PM Irish time, 2 PM Irish/UK time, because there's a little bit of something coming out this evening that you might be interested in seeing. As well as that, keep an eye out on the giant social media this weekend, because I think it's this weekend that Simulate and VF are going to Switzerland to do some commentary on bale stacking again. I'm not going to this one. I wasn't invited. I'm kind of glad, because it involves a train ride in Switzerland, and while I'm sure Switzerland's trains are very on time because Switzerland's famous for watches, and I'm sure they got some really nice chocolate, kind of in the backside to go to Switzerland, quite honestly. I'd love to go sometime, but not right now. Because I'm busy trying to get to sleep at reasonable hours and sleep for sane numbers of hours, because I've been sleeping like 5 hours a day recently. Which I'm sure somebody somewhere will say now, Dave, 5 hours a day is still 5 hours a day. There are people that get by on no sleep, and to that I say, yes, but when it's 5 hours a day for like 2 weeks solid, it starts grating quite quickly. Kind of painful. I'm just constantly tired at the moment. I hate it. On the bright side, if I can move those 5 hours forwards a bit, it'll be really convenient. But the plan for this map moving forward is a little bit short-termish. I did look at the comments. I haven't really had a good look at them, but I did see people kind of saying, or at least one person saying, yeah, do a bit of everything. Thanks for that, because I was asking last time what placeable I should get, or if, well, I was asking last time if I should get a placeable to do organics, a placeable to do basically organic slurry and make money, which would be just getting the BGA running, or whether I should get a placeable to make pig food. And I can't remember who, but somebody just basically said, yeah, do all of that, please. Yes, but I was asking which one first. I do plan on doing all of them. It's just a case of which one first, because I can't decide. I am difficult. I've just realised that somebody said I should really... I was told when I was in Gwenthur, the Welsh map, that I should actually do the headlands last, and here I am once again doing the headlands first. Because this is the way that I windrow. Because it makes sense to me. Just gonna do 2 headlands. And also this isn't like fully unfolded. It is as thin as it gets, because I don't really like the way the windows go wonky if you fully unfold this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the wonkiness the windows have. So kind of intentionally keeping it a bit tighter than maybe could be. Just because it looks better, it's a bit more presentable. I am also fully aware, before anybody says that the screw, we'll fully extend this and get the wonky windrows. The grass, I am fully aware, is not, was not fully grown when I mowed it. That was again intentional. I always mow late spring, late summer, late autumn, because it's min-maxing the. This is struggling a surprising amount, considering I'm just doing some windrowing. I always mow late spring, summer and autumn, because that's when the way to get the most grass in seasons, basically. You get two full yield cuts and one cut that is kind of mid to low yield. So I cut in springtime just to ensure that I get the cuts at the right time, and more importantly that I don't lose grass, because I know I could just wait for this to fully grow, which would be sometime in the middle of summer, then do a first cut, and then wait for it to fully grow again, do another cut, which would be somewhere in the middle of autumn, and then I get one really crappy cut. Whereas with this, I've got 2 days of growth, and then we'll have summer going through, and we'll have full growth again, and then autumn coming through and full growth again. So it's kind of min-maxing the amount of grass I can get. This is really struggling with the hill, wow. I wasn't expecting this to struggle with the hill as much as it is. Because it's not even that steep of a hill, it's... not sure what's causing this. I mean, I'm okay with it not being the fastest thing in the world, but it is kind of annoying at the same time. Because like going down this way, how fast are we going? 17, 18 Ks, and then we lose 5 or 6 going back the other direction. That doesn't make any sense. Just because there's a small bit of a slope to the ground? What? I am confused. I'm also quite tired. The one day I'm tired at a reasonable time, I'm recording at 11:15 at night. And I'm yet to even render this video, and I actually have 2 videos to render for tomorrow. Or for today, I guess. I've got this one and something else. Hopefully everything's gonna go relatively smoothly tonight, because I'm gonna get this video. Oh my god! I'm gonna get this video rendering, run off and do some errands, even though it's like midnight already. I've got some stuff to do, some chores that need doing, and I haven't been doing them. And then I'll come back and get the other video rendering, well, edited and rendered, because this one's just clip-plop done. The other one actually involves some editing, which I can do at like 2 AM. And suffer for my art. I hate myself. But, oh bugger, I was gonna say something, I've completely forgotten what. Oh, you can see, actually, that the crops are starting to come in. The grass is starting to grow. Yes, Dave, grass grows, well done. The crops are starting to come in, I'm actually going to zip, because I just want to show this off a bit. Because some of you guys might not have known what Proceed is or does, so I'm just gonna zip up in the sky here a bit. So you can see where I put down the tram lines, and you can see that Proceed has been very nice indeed, and has made those tram lines where there's no crap in them. And actually, the bits that I've derped don't seem to actually have crop in them, which is actually kind of convenient. So when we're spraying, we'll have lines of where we can and can't go, which is going to be very nice indeed. I know for sure that I did. Yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Proceed underp some of the bits where I derped in the corn. How's field 3 looking? Because I think this one was particularly bad for derpage. Yeah, hey, that looks good. Hey, the fields look good for once. And of course, we do also have field 1, which is growing in nicely. And those tram lines, once the crops come up, you won't even see them. Let's get back to the class. Did I pass it already? No. Let's get back to the class and down onto the ground and at some sort of sane walking speed. There we go, we're good. We're good again. Apologies if I'm a bit off at the moment. I am just really tired. Because like I said, I've not been sleeping well and that doesn't bode well for me at all. So let's get into field 5. You can see, by the way, that I haven't sold off the rest of the wool just yet. I'm going to do that in today's stream. We are going to be streaming Farm Sim today, by the way. I streamed with Forza yesterday because I figured Landy would be, well, I was told Landy would be live early because Landy said he'd be live early, and then Landy broke his stream. So Sim streamed instead. And we all played Forza and had a jolly good time. Which at least is true. Let's see, how the pigs need to be cleaned out and they need some water. I'll deal with that during the stream as well. Cows need mixed rations and water. I'll deal with that during the stream. The sheep are just... Do you know what? I like the sheep. They don't care. They just don't care. They're fine. They've got infinite grass because I now have grazing mod in. And actually, the full first stage of edits has been done. This is now a version of Shamrock Valley that has the hose mod as well for the abbeys. Which I now need to install hose mod. Because I forgot to. So I'll be using hose mod with the abbeys and doing slurry hose mod style. What else? Because there is other stuff. No, there's nothing else to put in yet. It means I can go do my little private personal tweaks now and just get the map a bit more suiting my style, a bit more suiting what I want to do here and what I want kind of a couple of areas to look like a bit better. Because I can, if I really want to, and I might, actually I think I will, because I just realized I can do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take, let's say 60,000 out of the game here. I'm going to cheap money 60,000 out and I'm going to put a shed of my choosing, probably one of the sheds from the yard, up in the placeable area, because I can't be bothered looking for a good shed. And I know there's tons of good sheds out there that are in Oxy's maps and Bill's maps that just fit Ireland so well. So I'm going to just whip a shed from somewhere else on the map, pop it into the placeable area, and we can use that for manure and whatnot. Because I'm gonna need somewhere quite large to store things. Although just thought of a shed I could use actually. Won't really fit the map, but it'll do. It's not something I'd ever see here probably, but it'll do for what I want, so I'll get that installed after the video. And it'll save me tweaking the map in GE, so that'll be nice. I swear there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about and I just can't remember any of it. Just one of those days where I'm forgetting everything. Which isn't exactly surprising. If you're the person, by the way, if you're the person who sent me the email yesterday, you know who you are. I read your email, haven't got around to replying. I need to do some stuff. And there's a lot going on as well at the moment, so just bear with me. I will get around to replying to your email eventually. I just need to try and sort like 5 million things on my end before I can say anything about literally anything. Also, you seem, from your email, you seem to think that I don't have like 300 games in my Steam library. I have quite a few games. Sim and Landy keep making fun of me because I've just got this endless Steam library, and every few weeks I'll get bored, open up one of my weird random games. They're like, Dave, what even is that? What is that game and why do you have it? I'm like, it was in a Humble Bundle. By the way, guys, if you ever want to pad out your Steam library, Humble Bundle is the world's greatest website. Just buy some bundles. And you'll suddenly have like 200 games and be like, I may have 200 games, but I've got nothing to play. Because some nights I just sit there and I'm like, I've got 300 games, but I can't figure out what I want to play. I'm sure I want to play something, but I don't know what. And then I'll start swapping between all my various strategy games, being like, I'm bad at all of these. Because I am. I suck at... I love strategy games, but I'm terrible at them. It's kind of hilarious. Although I have been playing, after watching some videos lately, that made me want to play it again, I've been playing a bit of Transport Fever, and I think I've actually made a company that's profitable, if really tiny. And it only took me like 30 years in game to do it. So I need to like start a new save and try again, because I'm bad at strategy games and management games. I think, however, I have figured out how to get stuff profitable and how to get stuff working in Transport Fever now, after playing it again for a relatively short period. It was only like 3-4 hours. I think I figured it out. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you want me to do some like a Transport Fever series, because it's a really super addictive game, and I want an excuse to play it on the channel. I might just play it on the channel anyway, because it's just one of those games that I can sit down and record like a week's worth of videos in what, 5 days. 5 days, half an hour a day, 2.5 hours. I could record a week's worth of videos. If I went to 7 days worth of videos, it'd be 3.5 hours, and I could genuinely just sit down and record one after another, just quick, just belting them out. So I might do that. If I did do that, they'd be bonus videos every day. I've just noticed my e-cig needs charging, so I can stop charging my phone because it's full, and my e-cig can now go on the charger. Don't fall off the desk, you git. So one thing that we will be doing, actually just looking at the time, yeah, we'll do it now. We're going to just leave the window over there because I actually want to make an equipment swap real quick. And it is late spring. I'm only allowed to do equipment upgrades or swaps. Well, equipment upgrades. If I'm doing a downgrade, I can probably do it at any time, because the rule only says upgrades. I don't see why I'd do a downgrade, but this is kind of a side grade that I want to do. Assuming I remember to turn the mod out. Oh, it's because I don't have 4-wheel drive on. Ah, that's why it was struggling somehow. Because, yeah, for some reason, mods struggle when 4-wheel drive isn't on. But the thing I want to do is I want to bring a piece of equipment down from the yard to the shop. The Abbey is still broken, by the way. CD figured out what the problem was. It was the entire XML. Somehow. And I'm not even sure how he'd done this. But Landy was telling me yesterday, somehow the entirety of the Abbey's XML conflicts with itself. which, I mean, if you're gonna have a mod break, at least have a break in a spectacular fashion, and well done, CD, you definitely got that to break in a spectacular fashion, because I've never heard of a mod where the XML breaks it. But yeah, that's something new for sure. He thinks he has it fixed now though, so hopefully there'll be a new version of the Abbeys out and about very soon indeed. This is gonna suddenly start throwing errors now that I'm near it. Some mods, when they got errors, as soon as you go near them, they just start flinging them out. It's got a Lua call stack error, which I did the full stream with a Lua call stack going on. And I'm not entirely sure how it didn't kill my game. Because usually they soft lock your game. I want to move the Abbey, but I don't want to attach it because I think that might start the call stack error. So I know that I just crashed there, but it's so that I don't start an error log. Or don't start an error, oh, you know, just this ridiculous waterfall error. Hopefully I've got these in. I do. Fantastic. Let's get the class Sprint 250k in classic class colors, with these wheels, with blades, with Schutz. Yeah, with Schutzplan. Mid-side silage additives, and with dosing rollers, because that's the most complicated, convoluted way we can possibly have this, because now we have to, I think, hopefully, buy, yes, blades and silage additives for this, and we'll do that during the stream as well. Just bring this back up to the yard for the time being. What silage additives does is it doesn't magically make the grass into silage, it just gives you more grass for free. So I've done this in the past, and I might do it again in the future. Especially if mods like this pop up again in 19, I want to test the glitch that I found. With silage additives, because it just doubles grass, and it doesn't really take note of where the grass came from, you can basically make one trailer load of grass into a full silo if you take enough time and just keep refilling the silage additives and keep, you know, replacing the blades and be careful not to clog it up. Oh, this one doesn't clog. Oh god, that just makes it worse. But yeah, the script that does the silage additives has a fatal flaw in that you can exploit it quite hilariously to make infinite silage. All you need is even like 1 or 2 liters of grass, I think, might be able to start the chain reaction, and the more grass you get, the more, you know, just tipping it out on the ground with the silage additives turned on, you just get free grass, which you can then turn into free silage. I didn't hit anything there. Well, I did. What I did, and I can tell you exactly what I did, because I keep doing this, I keep making this exact mistake, is I hit this bump here, and if you hit it at a high speed, it throws the tractor in just whatever direction you're turning. So that wasn't a crash, that was just me forgetting physics. And I guess the game, to a certain extent, forgetting physics as well. Downside of grazing mod, I've just realised the sheep will forever be like 100% dirty because I'll have nowhere to put the grass. I might just make a giant pile of grass in the sheep pen and wait for seasons to kill it. Because I've got nowhere to put the grass because the sheep are always going to be full for grass. Like if I just open up the animals here, the cows and sheep are pretty much full of grass because they're eating the grass from the meadows. So the grazing mod might be a touch hilariously overpowered. It's useful though, because I don't need to worry about giving the animals grass or how to get them grass. And it's going to save my hay bales, which is always nice. One thing I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm actually going to sell off all the remaining hay bales. Once we get like first cut hay done, I'm going to sell off the remaining hay bales. Once we get into harvest time, I'm going to sell off the remaining straw bales. And then we're going to make the new ones to replace them, because kind of feel like it's fitting to sell off year-old bales. I don't want to just end up with like infinite bales. So much like what I'm planning on doing with sugar beets is once they hit a year old, once I get the new harvest ready to go, or the new set ready to go, I guess, I'm gonna just straight sell them. But that is all we have time for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back tomorrow, I'll be back later with another video and a stream. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.